Second last race of the season in Qatar. Now, here's the thing. We realized as we were trying to pick which car to use that we had not yet used an Alpine this year.
Oh, you're just straight up honest.
Yeah,
huh?
I think we should be. Isn't that the job of the podcast? Listen, I'll be honest with you. I have found Alpine to be this year's forgettable team. Forgettable, except for the occasional Pierre Gasly. A couple of weeks ago, he did a pretty good job getting in qualifying, and he's gotten some points, and there's been some miracles for that. I will never not root for Pierre Gasly.
I like it.
Ever. Flavio Briatore is one of the most flamboyant characters we've ever seen in Formula One, and yet Alpine's been a bit quiet this year. Been a little bit So hopefully next year that changes.
Well,
now,
we're going to have that Mercedes engine next year too.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why I think they're going to be a lot more competitive, right? It's the Ferrari adage. If you've got the best engine, aerodynamics don't matter.
Well, then you got to build the right car.
Exactly. So let's talk about Qatar as a track, right? These desert tracks tend to be a little bit rougher on tires because of the sun beating down on them. And obviously we see that specifically in places like Bahrain. Is Qatar sort of it's not quite at Bahrain levels, but is Qatar a little bit the same? And obviously you got to race at night because it's hot.
This used to be, it still is, sorry, not used to be, MotoGP track. And so, oh man, it's just so freaking fast. I couldn't even imagine racing a motorcycle around here.
Oh, I can't either. Look at that. Wow.
This is like an insanely fast track. I absolutely love it.
You love this track?
Oh, yeah, because we've done, I think in total I've done about 6 laps on it because we reset it. But honestly, Adam, this is, it probably doesn't provide a great race, but if you're a driver, this track is epic.
Yeah. What is it? What do you love so much about it?
High speed. It is, you have to be very precise. It's very technical. You have to be very aggressive, which I particularly enjoy. And you have to be really smooth too at the same time. So you're having to mix all these sort of different skills. Plus you're going to be getting close to having quite a bit of downforce on the car as well, because these turns are just ridiculous. And one of the things, Adam, that I really picked up from just, pounding around on this track, on this sim and everything, is the fact that when these guys raced here in 2023 in the searing heat, and then you see how fast they are going and how much G-forces their bodies are absorbing, I honestly don't know how we didn't have something serious happen.
Really?
We had some serious stuff happen.
Oh yeah, there's always been fireworks here.
Like Logan Sargent, getting sick in the car and having to stop, and the drivers, I remember Lance was saying he's half trying to not pass out in some of the corners because of the G's were so high, he was so dehydrated. Drivers passing out in the FIA weighbridge station, things like that. They were so dehydrated, and I'm just
that's crazy.
But doing laps on this thing, I'm just these guys are next level.
Yeah.
Their fitness and their everything is just, it is just elite.
You got to hope that Charles Leclerc's water container does not leak into his seat again.
I think at any point you want anything we want any type of water hitting you at any point.
No.
So I remember drivers being, or Alonso, get me a bottle of water ready when I come in and just throw it on me so I can get back out there because it's so freaking hot.
Yeah.
But very technical again, Adam. So coming down to turn 1, super commitment here. A lot of high speed. These drivers will be braking when they get past this 50-meter marker. And it's going to be a quick hit of the brakes, as hard as they can. Shed as much speed instantly. Down into 4th gear. You're kind of going to roll a lot of speed into here, maybe take a little bit of this curbing and flat out again. You're flat out on it.
Which makes for such an exciting corner 1 in Formula 1, right?
Oh,
so that's
but you can't pass there. There's no
But they try.
Yeah, they try. But on this track, it will be extremely hard for them to pass each other because there's just so much commitment and high speed involved that it's even coming down into here. This is turn 2, so left-hander. You're flat out, coming off the throttle, and then you're using engine braking. You're not braking, you're using the engine to slow you down a bit so you can get to the apex,
wow.
4th gear, and then bam, flat out again, all the way out of the corner. So you can't pass there, right? That's impossible. So you're coming out of here, 4th gear, 5th gear, up into 6th, up into 7th. Now as you're coming to here, another high commitment turn. This is just off the throttle, down to the 6th, back on the throttle, and you're holding it all the way through.
Wow.
I can barely get it right. It's very challenging.
And like you said, if you're even a hair off, that's what happens.
Just forget it. Yeah, like
because and every corner seems to play into the next in a way that not every track does.
Yeah, exactly. So down into second or third, but again, right? Maybe here you could try and pull off a pass around maybe the outside, but again, you're probably going to hit track limits because it just tightens right up on you when you come out of the exit here. But again, when you're accelerating out, say it's a qualifying lap, if you come out in third gear, you have to take a lot of speed, like rolling speed in. But when you get back to the power, you have to be careful with how much power you get back on. Because if you're just going to jump right on it, then you're definitely going to spin and you're going to lose the car. You have to really just feather it all the way on. So that's that smooth sort of portion that I was talking about. You can't be overly aggressive with it. And same with this corner here. It's essentially your light top of the brake, light. Down into fourth gear, you're going to take a bit of this blue stuff on the right and then drive the car out to here, and you're flat out. So flat out up into probably fourth or fifth, flat out through here, sixth gear probably, hard on the brakes, down to fourth, and bam, nail your apex. And this next part that's coming up is my favorite part, probably on the entire F1 calendar.
Wow.
Like I
All
absolutely love it. It's seventh gear. You're just like flat out. Like it's insane. You turn in once here, you're flat out all the way through here. You're still, the car is going faster and faster. You just turn in again. Make sure you clip the apex. And then this one here, you don't want to turn in too early, which I have done. And you can see by the dotted line.
The race line.
Onto the red, right?
Yeah.
Then you want to turn in like a little bit later, but still, again, flat out. But the thing is like as you're going as fast as that is, and you're taking in all that information, naturally, you want to gravitate to turning in early, right? 'Cause you're like,
Absolutely.
I gotta get in there.
That's where my eyes went.
Exactly, but your brain is thinking that, but the physics of it is all ass backwards because the exit of the track tightens.
Okay. Oh man. Oh man.
So you've got to like reprogram your
Right.
brain at like 300 kilometers an hour coming through here, and just get a reference, some sort of a turn-in reference that's going to allow you to turn in just that little bit later, so you don't go all four wheels off, get track limits, and ruin your lap, right? Because you want to be about here when you come in. You can see my dotted line. Again, this next corner in the game, it's lift of the throttle down into sixth, back on it. Like you are back on it, man. And this is where we saw a lot of drivers. I think it was around 2022 or 2021. I can't remember. But with this curbing, since there's so much force, energy, and load going through the tire, through your body, through the car, these tires were deforming and they were like blowing up. That's how much energy is going through here. That's how fast this track is. That's how much force and energy is just transferring itself from left to right, right to left.
So what's usual tire deg on something like this? Are you expecting shorter amounts of times with each set of tires?
That's a great question because I think for this race, Adam, I think the FIA is probably going to make it mandatory two-stop.
Really?
That's what I feel. It hasn't. That is something that I've heard. It's not because we were.
And that's a safety thing. That's not an entertainment
That's a safety thing.
Wow.
Like, there is just so much like force.
That's
going on.
really saying, because sometimes they just do that, so it's like, hey, let's make this race interesting. But okay,
not here. This is a proper. Well, I don't want to say it's a proper racetrack. But
it's a bit of a problem.
It's a fast, very, very fast, very demanding, very high speed track. I mean, yeah, I've never driven it in real life, but like just playing it on the sim, it's awesome. Like I have so much fun. I think you were on a meeting over there on your computer, and I'm just over here like swearing.
I was. It was
right.
not a deeply serious meeting, as you can imagine.
But still, I mean, but I'm over here huffing and puffing, like grinding out a lap, like trying to get this thing, see a little lift here, and then you're like back on it.
Yep.
Flat out all the way through.
Just flying. Yeah, you can kind of see how it must be, I don't know if I want to call it jerky, like stop-start, but there's a lot of head forward, head back. I'm sure you're sore after this one.
Yeah, like in the G loads side to side, like right through there, like that's.
Wow. I'm going to keep talking here because Tim's got to focus on these corners.
But this is like my favorite part. Like,
right here.
Yeah, this coming up.
And this is the bit of optical illusion.
Look at
here.
this.
Oh, no, that's later. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, I screwed up the whole lap.
Oh, no.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, well, you know what? Listen, it's worse things have happened, Tim. We want to see you finish off this lap before we wrap it up. And there it is. Just invalidated, but who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Not bad. This weekend is your second last race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost there. We are almost there. Tim calls it the most fun track. The drivers might disagree because of the G-forces. What say you?